Happy 2023, friends! We are back with another book tag. This is the New Year Booktuber Tag. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie and it's 2023. It's a new year. I got a new camera actually, so this is my first video filming with this new camera. I'm so excited. I hope it turns out great. And today I am doing the New Year Booktuber Tag. I am in the process of recording some end of 2022 best and worst lists. I'm actually think I'm gonna rank all of my books from last year, so I'm in the process of doing that. But in the meantime, I thought I would film this New Year tag. So let's get right into it. Question 1 is, what are you most excited about in 2023? And I mean, besides all of the books that I am anticipating reading this year, I think I am excited for it to be my first full year on BookTube. I started this channel in September of 2022, and I am excited to see it grow and progress throughout 2023. Question 2 is, do you have a Goodreads reading goal? And I do. And it says, why do you have that number? So this year my Goodreads goal is 50 books, even though in 2022 I actually read 62 books. And to be honest, I put my Goodreads number a little bit low just so that I'm like 95% sure that I'll actually complete it. But usually I do plan to exceed that goal. So for example, last year in 2022, my reading goal was 42 books. I ended up reading 62. And the year before that, my goal was, for some reason, it was only 19 books, and I ended up reading 56. So this is only my third year doing the Goodreads challenge, and I'm putting it at a safe 50 books with the hope that I will be able to reach or exceed that goal. But also, I do like to put it a little bit lower because I don't want this like extreme pressure to, reach this arbitrary number of books. And I'm even not really so concerned about beating my own reading, goal from last year. Like, I don't think that I need to exceed 62 books this year. I just want to focus on reading the things that I really enjoy and just making sure that when I am reading those books, it's not to hit a number, it's because I'm actually like enjoying my experience. Question number 3 is to list 3 5-star predictions, and I think that these that I have in my hand are going to be 5-star reads for me in 2023. The first one is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. This is the first book in the Broken Earth trilogy. I have yet to touch this trilogy, even though I know it is absolutely magnificent. I am a tad nervous because while I do think this is going to be a 5-star read for me, typically fantasy is something that I do struggle with. I tried in 2022 to read more fantasy. It didn't end up working out super well, but I know that this is a phenomenal piece of writing, and in fact so is the whole trilogy, which, yeah, I have all 3 of them, so I really am making it a priority this year to read the series. I'm starting off with the first book in the first quarter of the year. My second 5-star prediction is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. I read Maggie O'Farrell's memoir, I Am in 2022, and it was so phenomenal, so beautiful. She's an incredible writer. And this is her fiction novel. She has several, but this is one that was really making the rounds last year, and just every person that I've met that's read this book has absolutely loved it. And considering I already love Maggie O'Farrell's writing, I'm really excited for this story. This is about Shakespeare's family and his son who is dying of the Black Plague. So it is fiction, but I believe that Maggie O'Farrell did a lot of research for this book. But regardless, I'm just really, really excited, and I think this is going to be a huge win. And my third 5-star prediction is Camp Zero by Michelle Min Sterling. So I actually have, this is an ARC copy. This book comes out on April 4th, 2023, and this is a sci-fi leaning, speculative, literary fiction novel about a group of people living in the Arctic trying to create a sustaining community to escape to in the midst of a climate collapse. So this takes place in a speculative near future, and it deals with a lot of issues, and it deals with a lot of big themes: climate, race. The main character is a sex worker who is then asked to actually spy on some higher level people within that are running the camp. And I just think that, when I saw this book, I'm like, this has everything that I love. And I think, if it's written well, I think this will be a smash hit for me. Question 4 is, what genre, subgenre, or trope are you looking to read more of this year? Well, I'm continuing on my journey from 2022 to read more horror. So I have a big list of horror coming up actually really soon, and I'm very excited for that because I haven't yet found the horror that I really love, so I'm still working to kind of figure out what my reading taste is in that genre. But beyond that, I also have at least 3 memoirs on my list for this year, also coming up fairly soon. And that's just a genre that I typically, actually 4 now that I think about it. That's actually just typically like not a genre that I lean towards. And it's not because I don't like it, it's just because I have a leaning towards fiction, and there's so much fiction out there that I want to read that I feel like I don't have the time to get to the memoirs. But I'm being really conscious, and I have 4 memoirs that I'm planning on picking up this year. Question number 5 is, what trope do you think will be popular in 2023? Ooh, that is a tough one. But actually something that I have been seeing, and I don't know if this counts as a trend from 2022 that's going to carry over, but I feel like there have been a lot of books that are centering older protagonists, like people very late in life. Like, we have had a lot of mystery thrillers that have used older protagonists, like the Thursday Murder Club and Killers of a Certain Age. And I have a book that I'm planning on reading really soon, which is We Spread by Ian Reid, and that is a horror book, but it does feature a protagonist in a retirement community. So I feel like centering older protagonists is something that we're going to continue to see, and maybe it'll even slip into other genres. Like, maybe we're going to get some romance novels about people not in their 20s. That could be interesting. But honestly, I don't know. This is just something that I've been seeing recently, and I'm not sure if it'll carry over, but I guess that's my prediction. Question 6 is, name 3 bookish goals for 2023. A couple of these are really easy. I have at least 2 series that I would like to completely read in 2023. One of those being the Broken Earth trilogy, which I already talked about, and the other being this lovely stack right here. This is the Walking Dead complete series in 4 compendium novels. So, yeah, this is a big goal. This is, like, these are like really, and these are the comics, so there's that, but these are seriously very large books. So getting through those 2 series that's a goal of mine this year. Another goal that I have is just to continue to read books from authors that I have loved and I haven't completed their backlog. So in 2022, I discovered the beauty that is Sally Rooney when I read Beautiful World, Where Are You?, which is not a typical starting point for Sally Rooney, but I absolutely loved it, and I'm really interested in reading her backlog, so I'd like to read at least 1 more Sally Rooney this year, if not more. I'm also continuing my journey through Ian McEwan's backlog. I really loved Atonement when I read it. I think it was either this year or last year, I can't remember, but I read another Ian McEwan this year, and I have 2 more actually on my shelf, so I'm continuing to get through his works. I have another David Mitchell I would really love to read, which is The Bone Clocks, which is a really high, that should be actually on my 5-star predictions as well, but that's really a highly anticipated read for me. And then I have an Anthony Doyer. I haven't read Cloud Cuckoo Land, so that is a priority for me this year. And finally, last year in 2022, I read, or I should say reread, but really like actually read Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, and I loved it so much that I picked up Clara and the Sun. So I guess my goal is just to read at least one from all of my favorite authors this year. And also along a similar line, my third bookish goal for the year is to complete at least 3 classics. I think I'll probably get to more, but I have several classics on my shelf that I have been dying to read, and to be honest, sometimes I just don't make classics a priority, but I really want to get through at least one other Jane Austen. I'd love to read Anne of Green Gables. I would like to attempt to read The Hobbit. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm going to try. As well as a modern classic, which is The Secret History, which, actually I have a lot of plans to do even more dark academia, reading vlogs, which is something I really enjoyed doing last year. I have a ton of dark academia novels to get through, actually, so that should be a whole goal in itself, but I would love to read The Secret History this year. Next question says to name 3 personal goals for 2023, and I would kind of stick to booktube centered things. This is a brand new channel for me, something that I'm just starting, and I just want to continue to have fun with it, so I don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself, but 2023 is going to be a year of big change and a lot of uncertainty in my personal life, which that's fine. I'm excited to see what comes next and what's exciting, and just being open to new possibilities. But I hope that I can stay consistent with this YouTube channel, because so far I've been having so much fun with it, and I just feel like the community is so great. So my goals are just to continue to make content that I love, continue to read books that I love, and continue to make new friends in the booktube community. And the final question is, what would you like to leave behind in 2022? And I have thought about this quite a bit, and the bookish thing that I want to leave behind in 2022 is reading ultra popular, or I guess perceived popular books that I know I'm not going to like. I have a really bad habit of just, when something is getting a lot of buzz, I just I want to be a part of the conversation. I want to know what people are talking about. But 9 out of 10 times, I know that that is not going to be a book that I enjoy. So I think I just need to do a better job of saying, I know my reading tastes. I know this isn't going to be for me. Let's just leave it for the people that it is for. Because I don't need to read a book I know I'm not going to like just to rag on it after I end up not liking it. So there's that. And also, I am leaving behind domestic thrillers in 2022. I am not going to read any more domestic thrillers. I don't like them. I never have, and I gave them a very fair shot in 2022. They're not for me. I'm gonna move on. I will not be picking up any more domestic thrillers. If that's your thing, great. That's awesome. They are not my thing, and that's okay. We can all love different things. There you go, guys. That is my New Year Booktuber tag. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know down in the comments below what are your most highly anticipated reads of 2023. Thank you guys so much for being here, continuing this journey with me into 2023. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm excited for another year on BookTube. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.